Hi everybody, Rob and Kimberly back. This is our final video of this section of your training. Now I don't want you to feel abandoned or left out, because if you've enjoyed this, and we dearly hope you have, we made a decision a while back that we weren't going to do paid for coaching at this point in our lives. We've had ample opportunities to do that and speaking engagements and whatnot. And we get plenty of that, with our own team. We get plenty of opportunity to coach, and we've always felt like, if we're doing our jobs, our incomes are blessed enough without charging people for stuff such as we just gave you. And I mean, there's people out there that do Y courses that, quite frankly, let's just say that we don't feel that they're quite up to par, and they charge $1,000, $1,500 up to $10,000 to come and do the exercise you guys just did. And while they're earth changing, they're life changing, we just don't feel the need or the desire to charge people for that. However, we do have. You'll continue while you're opted into our program. You'll continue to get our blogs, and we're working on a podcast right now that it's going to be part of a book that Blake Messer and we are writing, and it's called Stop Hoping, Start Hunting. And it's just a call to action book, and that's kind of what this last section is. It's a call to action in your life to do something. And whether you just choose to discover what Kim and I are doing and what we do for a living or not, we haven't sold that, here. We haven't tried to heavily, endorse anything other than, you changing your life at whatever level you choose to. And we continue on that path. Although many of you have asked us, what are you doing? What's going on? How do we get involved? And so at the end of this video, if you want to click on the banner below, you can see what we can do without talking to us. You can check it out and watch our intro to what we're doing. And if you want to get involved, it's almost nothing. There's no major investment to start with, and you can actually get a short trial period for less than $1 a day. So just
and then you become part of our team, and you get access to us via
at a higher level than what you're getting now. A much higher level. We spend more time with you individually because it's mutually beneficial to both of us. But this is a call to action. Let's just say you're a realtor, or you're a car salesperson, or you're, it doesn't matter what you're doing. All of these things can apply. So the questions that we ask next in this call to action is, a real deep look at how serious you are about becoming better at creating substantial wealth in your life. And if you're not answering these questions, then you don't even know. You're using hope as a strategy. And again, we are the champions for hope not being a strategy and doing something a little different. So, Kimberly, you want to go over just a little bit of what the format is of this last exercise, day 9?
Well, yes, absolutely. This is a way of troubleshooting your prior wealth generation experiences. What have you tried? What has or has not worked? And if something hasn't worked, kind of doing a little introspection to say, what can I identify the causes, and then we work on moving them aside.
As a matter of fact, one of the things that I will give you a little hint. Kim and I have moved from traditional business. Now we still own traditional businesses, but we're at the point now where we employ managers and other people to kind of take care of those, and we do some administrative stuff, but we're not working in any brick and mortar type of situation today. We did pretty well in the car business, and we also had some epic failures there. But we were very successful in the brick and mortar space, but we have gone from traditional belly-to-belly marketing, on stage, meetings, to an online presence, and we've been tasked to bridge the gap between old school and new school, offline and online. And so one of the things that we do now is when we engage with somebody, we do a welcome interview, and in that we set expectations. And that's kind of what this does for yourself. You get to do it by yourself here in this case, and kind of judge, and again, like Kimberly says, discern maybe what went wrong. And I'll give you an example. Sometimes I interview people, and they've never made $2,000 in their lives, and they want to join us and make, you know, $20,000 a month, and they're willing to spend 1 to 2 hours a week and no money to do so. That interview doesn't end real well for them in most cases, because I have to do a little honesty check and a reality check. You know, they're working 45 hours a week to make $300 or $400 you know, a week, and they want to up their game, you know, by, you know, 20 times, but only put an hour to 2 hours a week into it and no money. Well, I don't know how to do that. I can't fix that for somebody. So it's a real checkup from the neck up. And like I said, it doesn't usually end well for them, because we're not going to entertain hyperbole. We're not going to entertain craziness, and we're not going to entertain anything that's not real. So this is straight talk. This is, you know, and we're not trying to be mean, but we're trying to be real. And people sometimes just have these wild imaginations about how wealth is created. And, you know, there's always a grind before you can find some balance in your life. And oftentimes what we found is there's never balance. Either you're working like a dog to get through the grind, and, you know, or you popped out the other side and you find out that, wow, a 4-hour work week is really possible. And you're looking for things to do because your work just wraps up rapidly because you've systemized it, you've automated it, and you've got tools that we've never had before in the industry that are taking care of all the work that was sucking your life out before. We don't want to do that. We want to give you wealth and your freedom back. And so that's what we're all about. And again, whether you decide to click the button below or not, we don't care. We're not vested in your decisions. You know better what's best for you than us, and you may be perfectly happy with what you're doing. If you're not satisfied, then take a few moments and look at what we've got. If you are, then take these principles and apply them. Go to our podcast and find some other nuggets, trinkets. Maybe we can be your listening for the day. You know, our podcast can be, you know, or our blogs. Kimberly's a professional writer. She's an amazing orator, you know, and she puts, you know, things down in words that I only dream about saying. And, you know, you might want to read her blog every day about life and you know, its course of action and what it may take you to a place that helps you or something. And by reading us, we often reference other great people, and you can find other people that you're thinking akin to, and you might find that Mike Hobbs is somebody you want to follow, or you know, I don't know. Just there's so many people out there that we know that you know, just amazing people that you might, you know, just find a liking to, and you might start following them. So that's your assignment for day 9. It's pretty straightforward, but again, it's a realistic look at what you've done and what you're willing to do to really get it. We'll expand on some of these things. Like a lot of people dedicate, you know, they say they can dedicate 15 to 20 hours a week to something, but when we actually analyze what they're doing, they're really not doing 20 hours worth of work. They're getting 1 or 2 hours of green time in, and we even do a class called From Green to Gold time, and it's you know, making whatever time that you have dedicated to work actually be actionable, and it's actually you know, ringing a cash register instead of busy work. So, got anything to finish up with, or are you good to go here?
That covered it really well.
Well, you know, we hate to say goodbye for this section, but it isn't. It's just so long, because we're going to come up with another few things, and we'll be sending out, you know, blogs to you guys, like I said, and podcasts and things. You can read them if you want. If not, throw it away like yesterday's newspaper, like I always say. But again, it's all about the journey for us, and we're
so grateful we're on it with you.